بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين من تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is our second gathering dealing with some supplementary benefits regarding Sarf extracted from the explanation of Imam Bahraq al-Hadrami in At-Turra of Al-Hasan ibn Zayn al-Sharbiti. Last class, we dealt with some additional benefits regards to fa'lala as well as fa'ula. We mentioned 8 meanings with regards to fa'lala verbs when they are formed from a ism al-ain, a ism, something that you can perceive with the five senses. We spoke about the 2 meanings of fa'ula verbs, those being natural dispositions, natural characteristics, things dealing with character, things dealing with how a person or something was created. And then second being developed traits, a person developing and becoming that way after some type of practice. Today, starting off, we want to speak about fa'ila verbs. Fa'ila verbs. So again, these are some additional benefits with regards to fa'ila verbs that we did not mention during our study of al-bina as well as lamia al for the purpose of not for the purpose of trying to lay down a foundation first. And now I'm trying to expand our understanding. But yeah. So the first benefit with regards to fa'ila verbs is that number one, a fa'ila verb will be lazim way more than muta'addi. A fa'ila verb will be lazim. Fa'ila verbs are lazim way more than muta'addi. We understand from that most fa'ila verbs are lazim. However, some may be muta'addi. So a lazim verb will be ما لم يتجاوز إلى مفعول به, that which does not take a maf'ul be, does it go past to take a maf'ul be, like مرض رجل, okay? Or مرض رجل, the man is sick, okay? That's lazim. متعدي verb would be like سمع زيد قولا, Zaid heard a statement. Mafhum?
Um,
Now, the reason why it will be lazim way more than muta'addi uh, is because most of its meanings are descriptions. Most of its meanings are descriptions. Most of the meanings of fa'ila verbs are dealing with some type of descriptive nature, which we'll see, inshallah. The second benefit with regards to fa'ila verbs are its meanings. Its meanings. A fa'ila verb indicates one of seven meanings. One of seven meanings. Seven meanings. One of seven meanings. So whenever you see a fa'ila verb, think about one of these seven meanings, inshallah. The first meaning is that fa'ila verbs, they come mutawa'a, mutawa'a to fa'ala verbs. Mutawa'a li fa'ala verbs, okay? Mutawa'a to fa'ala verbs. We learned what mutawa'a was back in our study of al-bina, as well as in Lamia Talafal, we mentioned it from amongst those seven well-known famous meanings of verbs. Just as a quick review, a mutawa'a verb is a verb that obeys something else. Okay, I did an action, and as a result of my action, this is the reaction. This is the reaction. مثلا, we're gonna give the example because we says mutawa'a to a fa'ala verb. So مثلا, I say jada'tuhu. Jada'a means to amputate a limb. Okay, jada'tuhu from jada'a. Jada'tuhu. I amputated it. So what did the limb do? Fajadi'an, fajadi'a. So It was amputated. So jadi'a is to be amputated. Does that make sense?
Can you just repeat the Arabic, the last part? Like, what did the actual verb do? Jedia, is that what you said? Yeah.
أيوة. نعم.
No.
جدعته فجدع.
No.
جدعته فجدع. Okay.
No.
I amputated it فجدع. So it was amputated. Okay. Let me try to see if I can find a couple more examples.
مرة أخرى من فضلك جدعته means he amputated or what again?
Jada'a means uh, he amputated. Like, you know what
Okay.
amputate means?
نعم نعم yeah like
Cut
cough
off.
like yeah.
No. So فجدعته أنا جدعته يعني أنا فعلته.
Oh I
فجدع.
amputated it.
أيوة فجدع. So it was amputated. Okay. Another example would be like this. كسرته فكسر. كسرته فكسر. Okay. I broke it فكسر. It was broke. مفهوم؟
نعم.
مثلا هدمته. هدم means to destroy something, to like pulverize something. هدمته فهدم. It was destroyed. مفهوم؟
No.
Imam Bahra, rahimahullah, he mentioned that he said this happens a lot in the law. He said this happens a lot in the law. He said, however, recognizing that the verb is pointing to mutawa'ah is based on one's knowledge and familiarity of verbs on a fa'ala scale. He said this happens a lot in the language. The mutawa'ah, or fa'ila verb to be mutawa'ah to a fa'ala verb. However, recognizing that it's mutawa'ah, that it's pointing to mutawa'ah, is based on one's knowledge and familiarity of fa'ala verbs. So you have to have some meaning of fa'ala verbs. Okay, he mentions that on page 54. It says, وَمَعْرِفَتُهُ مُوَقِّيَةٌ عَلَى مَعْرِفَةِ مَوَادِّ فَعَلَ الْمَفْتُوحِ. Knowing this, having knowledge of this, is based on knowing, having knowledge of fa'ala verbs. طيب.
No.
طيب. That's um, meaning one. Everybody remember mutawa now?
No.
طيب. Second meaning is second meaning is that um, sufficing it الإغناء عن فاعلة وزن فاعلة. الإغناء عن وزن فاعلة. Sufficing it from being put on the scale of fa'ula, on the fa'ula scale. Sufficing it from being on the scale of fa'ula. Oh, we'll give an example, inshallah. Sufficing it from being put on the scale of fa'ula. And this is because the reason why, meaning that the scale, it probably should be on a scale of fa'ula because of its meaning, Okay, we said that fa'ula verbs, they point to one or two meanings. Things dealing with like a natural disposition. That's how this thing was created. Okay, short, tall, beautiful, ugly. Okay. However, however, so it's something up with this verb. That's why we have to put it on fa'ila. For example, this is due to the verb being muda'af. Muda'af. Okay, muda'af. We said that muda'af verbs is very rare for a fa'ula verb to be on the scale of, I'm sorry, to be muda'af. Did we not say that?
No.
So for example, jalla. We say jalla jalal. Jalla. نعم الله عز وجل. جل بمعنى عظم. عظم, to be great. The word jalla is a fa'ila verb. It's jalila. Okay? So jalila. That's the asl. Jalla yajillu. Okay. I'm sorry. Jalla yajallu. Sorry. Okay. So that's one example. Is that you heard me?
نعم.
I'm gonna give another example. Taba. 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 Like to be tayyib, to be good. Okay. Taba shay'u. Okay. Taba is what do you call it? Naqis ya'i. Naqis ya'i. I'm sorry, stuck for the law. It's ajwaf ya'i. Ajwaf ya'i. We said last class that it's very rare for an ajwaf ya'i verb that's fa'ula to be on the scale of fa'ula. Sahih?
نعم.
So taba is ta'iba. That's the asl of it. Okay? Everybody with me so far?
نعم.
So yeah.
صواب.
Or for example, what about hayya? Hayya. Hayya. To be alive. Okay? That's not this ya'i. He said it's very rare for that to happen. So that's what we mean by sufficing it from being put on the scale farula. Okay? In order not to put on the scale farula, and also it wasn't heard that way. That's why it's one of the reasons why it comes on the scale of farida. Meaning it has a farula meaning. Okay, however, it's muda'af, it's not ya'i, it's ajuf ya'i, so it came farida.
Okay, so the whole thing is that it has a fa'ula meaning, but it's not on the fa'ula scale. It's on the fa'ila scale.
Now, because of yes, it has a what do you call it? It has a subhanallah. It has a fa'ula meaning. Yeah. However, because of one of these things I just mentioned, the verb is muda'af, okay, or it has a ya or na'in or lam, okay, yeah. It's one of the reasons why it's heard this way. Okay,
نعم.
no, طيب. This next meaning. 1 second, real quick.
نعم.
Okay, this third one is the third meaning is being passed down with the meaning of fa'ula, a verb. Being passed down with the meaning of a fa'ula verb. I remember when I was studying, when I was studying this, I couldn't see the difference between 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 2 and 3. But the third is being passed down with the meaning of a fa'ula verb. I'm gonna give you examples. For example, qawiya, qawiya, qawiya means what?
Um, to strengthen.
I can't hear you
Sorry,
either. Your
to
mic is very
strengthen.
low. To be strong, to be strong. Or naqiya, naqiya. بمعنى
لا
نقي.
لا أدري.
اللهم نقني من خطاياي.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
نقي.
Wash me off with the from my sins.
To be, أيوة, but to be pure,
Yeah.
to be pure and clean.
Mm. Yeah.
You ever heard of what's this poem? عبيد ربي أجرمية مصليا على رسول المنتقى
Mhm.
المنتقى from نقية. طيب نقية is to be clean. Okay,
Mm.
to be clean. 1 second. في صحيح wow. Okay. Now I'll give another example too. I'll give another example. This is it. So this is the meaning of this. You ready?
No.
So qawiya, we gave the example of qawiya, right? We said the third meaning is being passed down with the meaning of a fa'ula verb. قوية بمعنى متونة متونة like mateen متونة. Got that?
Meaning,
قوية
was it metana? Did you say?
متونة فاعل verb.
No.
قوية بمعنى متونة.
Mm.
You got that?
No.
نقية بمعنى نظف نظف. Okay.
No.
نعم. Or we give the example of سمينة 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 بمعنى شحمة شحمة.
No.
شحمة بمعنى to be fat, to be meaty, flesh.
No.
طيب. Now, so with this third one, these verbs, their meaning is one of the fa'ula verbs. قوية, matuna, naqiya, nadhufa, samina, shahuma. Okay? As opposed to the last one, because of one of those three reasons I mentioned. It's muda'af, is ajwaf ya'i or naqis ya'i. Clear?
Um. So could you just repeat that one more time? I still don't get the difference.
Yeah. So it says here, مغنٍ عن فعل لزوما. So he says the second one, the second meaning, okay?
Mm.
It's being sufficed from being put on the scale of fa'ula. Okay, you got that so far?
No.
And this is because the verb is ya'i alam. Ya'i alam. Okay, meaning this is naqis, ya'i. Like for example, hayya. I gave that example. Or ghaniya. Ghaniya. Be like ghani. Be free of need, to be rich. It's difficult to say ghanuya. Okay, plus that was always heard. Okay.
Mm.
Likewise, كما ناب عنه فعل. Likewise, likewise, the example I gave, I'm sorry, the example I gave for Jalla, Jalla is Jalla Yajil, is a fa'ala verb. Okay, it's a fa'ala verb. It's a fa'ala verb. Okay, it's not Jalla Jalila. Okay, that's the asl. It's Jalla Yajillu. Okay, the asl is Jalala. However, it's muda'af. It's muda'af. So that's why it comes on the scale of this. Okay. So I have to take this off my example.
But it's the same meaning as the fa'ula.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I had to take that off. Um, for example, another one would be like, all those are foul numbers. Okay, well, filiya'i aina. Or it can be fa'aliyin, like I gave the example, taba, taba, taba. Do you understand the difference now?
I mean, I get that the second point is there are it should have been an fa'ula verb, but it was not heard that way, and there are other things like muda'af and ajwaf ya'i that are forcing it to stay on a fa'ila scale.
Now, the third meaning is naqlin. This is how it was heard. Okay, naqlin. Naqlin. The second one was al due to those three reasons I mentioned.
So are there verbs that are same meaning as jalla in fa'ula?
For sure.
I see. Okay.
Azuma.
No.
Okay, so it's saying like, and so the third reason is just straight naqal. That's how it's been heard. It's qawiya, which means matuna, or naqiya, which means nadhufa. But
Another
we're not gonna say naqu, yeah. We're gonna leave it as naqiya because it was heard that way.
right.
Okay. And the second meaning is to do with those other like it's muda'af and ajufiyai and things like that. So it's
Exactly.
forcing it. Okay, I understand the difference.
But yeah, the third, no, we just did the third meaning. Fourth meaning, I'm sorry. Fourth meaning is oh, well, easy. Is a tabi'. Tabi'. It's natural disposition. Okay? Like something, the way something was created. Similar like to what we did last class. Okay? I'm gonna give some examples, such as ذرب 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 السن. ذرب means to be sharp. ذرب السن. The teeth to be the tooth was sharp. Okay? Sorry. Um, another example. No. Or we give the example ذرب لسانه. ذرب لسانه. ذرب لسانه. It's the example that Bahra mentioned. To have a sharp tongue. Okay? Uh, شنب شنب ثغره. شنب. I forgot the meaning of shaniba. Anybody got a dictionary real quick?
Um, oh, I have to reach
Shaniba.
for mine.
Just put shaniba and look it up.
Okay.
Right? But the point is dealing with something, how something was created, okay? Natural disposition. الطبع.
Mm.
طابعي. طيب.
No.
Fifth meaning is colors. Colors. Alone. Colors. Like hamira. Hamira. Right? To be red. Khadira. To be green. Right? Mizariqa. To be blue. Safira. To be yellow. You guys get that?
Mm.
Okay. Sixth meaning is we call it al-a'rad. 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 Al-a'rad is the it means something temporary, okay? Like a temporary emotions, feelings, sicknesses, outward deficiencies or flaws, things that come and go. Like for example, marid, to be sick, okay? Not sick forever, okay? Or or arija, arija, to be like cricket, okay? Or give the example of bakhira. Bakhira is to have really bad breath, like halitosis. So again, those are just some examples of amrad, sicknesses. But again, this is dealing with temporary emotions, feelings, sicknesses, outward deficiencies, flaws, okay? Things that come and go. More example. I'm just trying to see if there's another example. Any other examples? Oh yeah, can't find one. The seventh meaning is al-jasama. 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 Al-jasama is referring to enormous body parts. Enormous body parts. Meaning, if you see this fa'ila scale, this fa'ila verb, this verb on the scale of fa'ila, and it's a body part, that means that it means that that thing is huge. It's enormous. I'm gonna give you some examples, okay? For example, عجزت المرأة. عجزت المرأة. You guys know what the ajiz is?
No.
What about Muhammad?
لا.
Okay. Not trying to be fake, fahish or nothing like that, but this example. عجزت المرأة A كبرت عجيزتها. عجيزتها is her backside. Yeah?
No.
You guys with me?
Mm.
Al-ajuz is a person's, butt. Okay? So عجزت المرأة A كبرت عجيزتها. To have a big butt.
Mm.
Okay? Or uh, عينة. عينة رجل. عينة رجل A كبر أعينه. كبرت أعينه. To have big eyes. عينة. Okay? لسنة. لسنة رجل أي كبر لسانه. To have a long, big tongue. Okay? شفه رجل بمعنى يعني كبرت شفتانه. شفتاه. To have big lips. شفه. Okay? أذنة. To have big ears. مفهوم?
No.
Okay. It's important to note. You guys understood some of those examples?
Mm. No.
So if you see a body part on the scale of fa'ila, then that points to al-jasam. That body part is enormous. Okay, it's huge. Imam Bahrak, he mentioned that none of these fa'ila verbs that I mentioned, like edina, shafiha, lesina, ajiza, they have an original, we call it mad luhawiyya, original root meaning. Original root meaning. None of these, the ones that I just mentioned for this example, none of these fa'ila verbs have an original root meaning, meaning that uh, meaning that when you look it up in the what do you call it? I'll give these. I'll give you more, and you possibly understand. He said, rather, they are formed from these verbs that I just mentioned. These seven verbs, the seven meaning. He said, rather, they are formed from every three-letter body part. It's formed from every three-letter body part, similar to those ruba'i verbs that are formed from four-letter isma'il. Okay, meaning that all of these ones I gave you, Shafia, Lesina, Ajiza, Ajina, okay? All of them are Isma'in, coming from three-letter body parts like Lisan, okay? Lam, Sin, Nun. That's the Asl, okay? Or Ain, for example. Ain, Ajina, or Ajiza, from Ajuz, Ajuz, but backside, okay? Is everybody with me?
من فضلك أخي, did you say they're from 3 word body parts?
From every three-letter body part. Right?
3 letters.
Three-letter body part. Like
Uh, uh,
Ain,
mm.
Just
Ajuz, uh,
And you're describing all 7 meanings there with that statement, or
no,
just the
no, 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 no.
just the seventh
It's the
meaning?
seventh one. The seventh.
Okay, barakallah fik.
Yellow one fuck. It's the seventh.
and you said they don't have a root letter, like they don't have a root.
They don't have an original root meaning. Meaning if you look up the verb مثلا lesina, for example. Let's look it up. Lesina. Meaning that, let's say this. You look up the verb lesina in the court in the dictionary, you're not gonna see it, for example, being like iltasana, and it's coming with the meaning of having a big tongue. Okay,
Mm.
it doesn't have an original root meaning. I'm trying to explain this, meaning that it only has this meaning. It only has this meaning of having a big body part when it's on this scale.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no.
Let's look up lesina. That popped up right here.
Um,
Nah. Have you had exactly? Yeah, I don't even really see any verbs for this or lessing. It says al-lisan, jarihatul kalam, mashallah. Jarihatul kalam, the body part for speech. Okay? قد يكنى به عن الكلمة. طيب. ومن ذكره نعرف اللسن اللسن. Okay, لسنة. It says لسنة من باب طرب فهو لسن وألسن. فلان لسان القوم إذا كان المتكلم عنهم. Okay. But he didn't give the meaning of lesson. Okay. I didn't find any example. Let's look at ajiza.
Ajiza, it's not the same word as like to be lazy. Is that the same root letters or no?
هذا عجزة.
Ajiza. Okay.
عجزة. عين جين زا.
Mm. Oh, perfect.
It's I think it's 8-2. But we're gonna finish after this one, okay?
Mm.
العجز. العجز. مؤخر الشيء. The ending of something. وهو للرجل والمرأة جميعا. It's for a man and a woman. I'm looking for a verb though. Okay. Okay. Ah. It says وعجزت من باب طريبة. عجزت من باب طريبة, meaning it comes like عجز يعجز عجزا وعجزا, أي عظمت عجيزتها. عظمت عجيزتها, like we just mentioned. We see عجز. عجزت المرأة, صارت عجوزا, to be extremely old, right? Be an old woman.
Mm.
So you found like, is that an example of finding it on the, is it the root on the dictionary?
Right. So let me get بحرك's كلام بالعربية. What we just found was what we just found was عجز. عجزت المرأة, but it didn't mean, it wasn't coming for the meaning of a big body part. Coming for
Ah,
the meaning of a woman was old. A woman
I
was,
see. It
okay.
wasn't it wasn't ajiza, I see.
Right. It wasn't ajizat.
Ah, no.
We did find ajizats, but it came with the meaning that we just talked about. Okay.
Hmm.
So he's basically saying that he says فهو مما ليس له مادة لغوية أصلية. He says, as for أما الكبر الأعضاء, as for humongous body parts, they come in with humongous big body parts. وهو مما ليس له مادة أصلية, and it does not have, is from amongst those that do not have a مادة أصلية, an original root word, original root meaning. Okay, كما سبق في رباعي هذا النوع في كل الأعضاء الثلاثية. Just like we mentioned previously about the ruba'i, the ism al-ain for ruba'i, for this type, So في كل الأعضاء الثلاثية, every three-letter body part, like he says, رقبة. رقبة أي عظمت ركبته. رقبة عظمت ركبته. uh, رقب سبحان الله.
shoulder.
Shoulder.
أيوة.
Mm.
Have big shoulders, okay? كبدة. كبدة, to have a big liver, okay? From كبد, okay? جبهة. جبهة أي عظم طحاله. Oh, I'm sorry. عظم جبهته, to have a big forehead, okay? So all of these verbs that come on a scale of fa'ila, when it comes to big body parts, it's all coming from three-letter ism al-ain, three-letter body parts, okay?
Mm.
Body parts who asl, the original, the root letters is three letters.
نعم.
Three letters, okay? Now,
نعم.
that's all we have the time for. So yeah.
عفوا
Oh
أخي.
man, I'm sorry. Let's finish this. Yeah,
Can,
we'll finish
can,
it with Muhammad. I thought we was
no,
done with this, okay?
لا بأس. Can you just give me the reference for what you was reading
Okay.
quickly? I just want to write that down. The page book.
أيوة.
بارك الله فيك.
Page 53.
جزاك الله خير.
well.
All right, أخوة. السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Third benefit of fa'ila. The third benefit of fa'ila is that the qiyas of fa'ila will be yaf'alu with the fatha mutlaqan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. The qiyas of a fa'ila verb will be fath. Yaf'alu, absolutely. When we say absolutely, we mean this is the case whether the verb is sahih, salim. Sahih, salim. Okay? It doesn't have any weak letters, and it doesn't have any hamzas in it, or it's not mudaf. Like fariha. Fariha, what's his mudari?
فرحة.
What's his mudari? Fariha.
يفرح.
Yafrahu. Okay? So that's sahih, salim. Period. It's going to be, if it's fa'ila verb, it's going to be yaf'alu. Okay? Or if the verb is muda'af mudgham. Muda'af mudgham. Muda'af, we know. We call them muda'afun when the ayn and lam will have the same sound because they have a shaddu. Muda'af mudgham is muda'af. The ayn and lam is the same letters, like, however, in is made idgham. Okay? You can see the idgham. For example, adda. Adda. Adda means to bite on something. Prophet said, فَعَضُّوا عَلَيْهَا بِالنَّوَاجِذ. So bite down on it on your molar teeth. So عَضَّ يَعَضُّ. عَضَّ يَعَضُّ. عَضَّ يَعَضُّ. عَضَّ أصله عَضِّضَ. مضارع is يعض. Okay?
نعم.
طيب. Or if it's غير مدغم. مضاعف غير مدغم. غير مدغم. It's مضاعف. The عين and lam have the same letter. It's فاعلة. But it's غير مدغم. The عين and lam were not made idgham into each other. Like, for example, حيية. 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 يحيى. حيية يحيى. Okay? Is that
نعم.
clear?
نعم. نعم.
حيية يحيى, to be alive. طيب. So that's what we mean by absolutely. Absolutely, mutlaqan means that whether it's sahih salim, muda'af mudgham, or غير مدغم. Okay?
نعم.
طيب. Now, last benefit with regards to fa'ula. Okay. The last benefit with regards to, I'm sorry, fa'ila, is that fa'ila verb may share with fa'ula in one verb with the same meaning. Okay. Fa'ila verb may share with fa'ula in one verb with the same meaning. With the same meaning. Okay. For example, we got bakhila. Bakhila could be her bakhila or bakhula. Okay. So
Mm.
in the Madi, this one verb may have two ways of saying it. We call them lughats. Lughats. Okay. In the Madi, this one verb may have two lughats, two ways of saying it. Okay. It's one verb, same meaning though. Dakhula bakhila. Okay.
Mm.
And as Imam Bahram mentioned, he said it's because both indicate like uh, permanent descriptions. Okay. Sifat lazima. Those were the actual words. Okay. They both indicate sifat lazima. Okay. Permanent descriptions. Okay. Now, an-nu'ud lazim. Okay. So, for example, like I gave you the example of bakhula. I'm sorry, bakhila. Bakhila and bakhula. Or, for example, find another example. Trying to find an example. Okay. رطب الشيء. رطب الشيء ورطب. No, رطب is
رطوبة. ترتيب.
لا لا رطب الشيء رطب ورطب
لا organize.
to be wet.
no.
طا وطا.
رطوبة.
رطي like رطب like the wet dates.
نعم.
Nah. So رطب الشيء ورطب to be wet. Okay. To be moist is a better word. To be like moist. Okay. نعم ضد اليابس. ضد اليابس. Or
Mm.
يبس. يبس ويبس. No, that's incorrect what I said. That was the meaning. I wasn't talking about that. Uh, رحب المكان. رحب المكان ورحب. رحب المكان ورحب بمعنى اتسع to be wide, to be expansive. Okay.
Mm.
We'll give another
رحب.
last one. We'll give a last example. Uh, says هني الشيء. هنيئة. هني الشيء وهنوء. هنيئة هنوء بمعنى فهو هنيء فكلوه هنيئا مريئا. وهو هنيء بمعنى أتى بلا مشقة, to come without any difficulty. هني الشيء.
So either can be said like either optional.
Yeah,
Is it pattern
optional.
choice?
Both
Okay.
of them is heard. Okay. It's
Okay.
one Maldi. In the Maldi, is one verb and may have two ways of saying it. And they both are equal.
Okay.
That's the one thing about the lughats. Okay.
And then the مضارع that would be different.
The
Oh.
Madari be different. That's why I said in the Maldi.
Okay.
Madari be different.
will still be يفعل.
Yeah, so it's hani'at. If it's hani'at, it'll be yahna. Yahna'u. Sorry.
Mm.
Yahna'u. And if it's hanu'at, it'll be yahnu'u. Okay.
Mm.
Ratiba. Yarutabu. Ratuba. Yarutubu.
Mm.
مفهوم؟
رطوبة will be يرتب.
يرتبو. If it was ra, rati, ratiba,
Yeah.
it'd be yartabu.
يرتب. So each one will follow his own. I see.
Exactly. What we know as the qiyas.
I see. I see.
Now, so in one verb, the fa'ila verb may share with the fa'ila verb in one verb with the same meaning. Okay. meaning in the Madi. Okay, one verb. Okay, in the Madi, and maybe fa'ila and fa'ula. Okay, and
نعم.
it is the same. Okay, I'm trying to think of Okay, yeah. But the thing is, with regards to we call it, or the scholars of Sarf call it, تداخل اللغات. تداخل اللغات, when it's like لغات, different لغات, ways of saying something, like رطبة and رطبة, they're all equal. Okay, it's not a thing of like qiyas and like fasaha. This is afsah. This is better way of saying. It's more clear way of saying it. Okay, they're both
مم.
equal. Okay,
نعم.
so as opposed to like we say what's that? Okay, like in the فحسب, حسب, right?
نعم.
اسم مضارع يحسب ويحسب. You got me?
نعم.
يحسب ويحسب. Here, يحسب is أقيس. يحسب is أقيس. Is more towards the qiyas.
مم.
Why يحسب with a kesra is more afsah. أفصح. Why? Because this is how the Prophet ﷺ used to speak. Certain hadith Prophet ﷺ say yahsibu with a kesra. Okay? Showing
نعم.
you that had that afsah. Okay?
مم.
That's more closer to fasaha, to speaking pure, you so to speak. Okay?
نعم. نعم.
Now, this is one of the benefits I got is that I don't remember where I wrote this from, to be honest. I don't remember where I wrote this from. But it was one of my teachers. He said this. He said there are three types of speech in Arabic. Three types of speech in Arabic. The
مم.
first is one way to say something. Is one way to say something. Okay.
مم.
The second way. The second is many ways to say something. He said, and this is due to the different tribes and how they speak. Okay.
مم.
The second, or I'm sorry, the third was two equal ways of saying it. He said
مم.
they are equal in their goodness and usage. Forgot where I wrote that from now.
مم.
Okay, and that's
نعم.
this will be like the same what we just spoke about. The last one, two ways of saying it. Okay, both are equal. Okay, one is not better than the other. But yeah, that's that's the end of the fact left section.
نعم.
So next class we'll go over fa'ala, which is it's pretty. It's not really long. It's just a lot of meanings. It's just a lot of meanings. So we'll end now. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Stop the recording.